Ever since my wife had that oversized custom sofa delivered, she'd been sleeping in the living room every night. Whenever I tried to bring her back to the bedroom, she brushed me off with the same excuse. She was tired. Sometimes, she even locked the bedroom door from the outside. I would hear muffled sounds coming from the living room late into the night. The door wouldn't open again until the next morning. I couldn't take it anymore. The day she gave birth, she had just been wheeled out of the delivery room, still lying on the hospital bed, too weak to even sit up. I refused to hold the baby. Instead, I told her I wanted a divorce. Her eyes turned red as she stared at me. Just because I've been sleeping on the couch every night, you're divorcing me, right after I give birth to our child. I didn't hesitate. Yeah, chapter at my resolute answer, Victoria Parker broke down on the hospital bed, sobbing so hard she could barely breathe. Both families were jolted out of their joy at welcoming a newborn. Her assistant, Justin Berkeley, suddenly stepped forward and shouted, "Matt, do you even have a heart? Do you have any idea how much Victoria has sacrificed for you and the family? Are you blind? Are you seriously making a scene just because she bought a sofa and slept in the living room instead of with you?" Hearing this baseless explanation, Victoria's father grew even angrier. "So that's it, she's pregnant, she doesn't feel up to those things, and you want a divorce, do you even deserve to be called a man?" Everyone glared at me, their fury burning as if they wanted to set me on fire. Seeing the situation spiral, my father quickly stepped in to smooth things over. "Please, don't be upset. Matt's probably been waiting outside the delivery room too long. He's talking nonsense. We've just welcomed a healthy grandson. This is a joyous occasion. He doesn't mean it." My mother hurried over as well, pulling out tissues to wipe Victoria's tears. "Victoria, don't take it to heart. Matt's just lost his head for a moment. You've just given birth. Your body is weak. You mustn't cry like this. Focus on your recovery first. That's what matters." The nurses and even the patients in neighboring beds stared in stunned silence, but my tone didn't soften in the slightest. "Dad, I'm not confused. I mean every word. This marriage has to end." I took out the divorce papers and handed them to Victoria, my voice cold. "Sign it." Seeing how firm I was, Victoria's father could no longer hold back. He exploded in anger. "Matt, you heartless bastard. Do you know how hard it was for Victoria to carry your child for 10 months? She just went through hell in that delivery room to give you a baby. And now you turn around and ask for a divorce? How can you face her? How can you face us?" My father's face turned pale with rage at my stubbornness. He raised his hand to strike me, but my mother grabbed him tightly and held him back. Breathing heavily, he glared at me. "Do you have to tear this family apart before you're satisfied? Whatever the problem is, can't you talk it out? Why bring up divorce now? Of all times, there's nothing to talk about." I looked at Victoria on the bed. Her sobs had quieted, though her shoulders still trembled. In a hoarse voice thick with tears, she asked, "Matt, tell me why." "There is no why," I replied coldly. "It's over." With that, I couldn't be bothered to stay any longer. I turned and walked toward the door. Justin suddenly grabbed my arm. "You're not going anywhere. Victoria is at her weakest right now. How can you just leave like this?" I pried his hand off. "You're just an assistant. What I do is none of your business." He refused to back down, grabbing my collar and speaking with righteous anger. "Fine, I'm just her assistant, but what you're doing, anyone with a shred of conscience can't stand it. What kind of man files for divorce right after his wife gives birth? Matt, forget being a man. You're not even worthy of being called human." I shook him off, but my fist lashed out before I could stop it. With a dull thud, Justin staggered back and fell to the floor. Clutching his cheek in shock, Victoria struggled to sit up on the bed, the foreline swaying violently as she pulled at it. "If you have a problem, take it out on me. Why drag an innocent person into this?" Chapter. Seeing that I had actually struck someone, Victoria's father flew into an even greater rage. I must have been blind to